Here's the big idea, an important idea. Most people don't understand securities law. Okay, Bitcoin's the only proven digital property that we have created in the world. We have created a property and not a security. The definition of property is a common commodity that is beyond the control of any one individual or corporation.
US-based software developer MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor has once again questioned the regulatory status of Ethereum, arguing that it can be best classified as digital security. On the other hand, he insisted that there is no doubt that Bitcoin is a digital property, and thus not subject to regulatory headaches. Saylor, who has appeared on a recent episode of the PBD Podcast, said that the most important thing for a long-term crypto investor to understand is the political status of a crypto asset, which is to know if a cryptocurrency is a crypto property or crypto security. Bitcoin was created by the pseudonymous Satoshi Nakamoto, who released the original Bitcoin white paper in 2008. The coins are created through mining, which means there never was a pre-mine or an initial coin offering, ICO. Bitcoin uses the proof-of-work mechanism, which is, according to Saylor, a fair distribution. Pointing these out, Saylor claimed that only Bitcoin can be classified as digital property. Recently, there have been some discussions that Ethereum is actually a security. That is because Ethereum was also originally funded through an ICO, which took place in 2014. At the time, users had the opportunity to exchange their Bitcoin for Ethereum tokens, and more than 7 million Ethereum tokens were sold in the first 12 hours. Bitcoin is superior to Ethereum, according to Michael Saylor, because Bitcoin is a crypto property. It is a long-term store of value, and it is the dominant crypto property, and the way it established itself as a crypto property is through Nakamoto consensus and proof of work. As far as I can see, Bitcoin is a crypto property, and by property, it means it's viewed as a fair, common piece of property beyond the control of a company or a group of individuals, Saylor said, adding that it is pretty challenging to create a property. When asked if the SEC has come out to officially state that Bitcoin is not a security, this is what Saylor has to say.
It's understood that Bitcoin is not regulated by the SEC. Bitcoin is property. It's the only thing we all agree on in the crypto marketplace, that Bitcoin is property. Securities are regulated by the SEC, and you can create a security. MicroStrategy, MSTR, is a security. Go read my 10K statement. It's 123 pages of disclosures that are legally required for that stock to trade, that security to trade. It costs $20 million a year for us to maintain all the disclosures to be compliant with securities law. If you're a security, it's a different thing. Bitcoin is property. Ethereum, everything else in the crypto ecosystem, likely they're all securities. Right? Why are they securities? They're controlled by groups of developers. They're issued pursuant to ICOs, initial coin offerings. That makes them a security. If there's a pre-mine and there was a group of individuals that initially control the thing, it makes it security. If if anyone can exercise undue influence, it becomes a security. And technically, if you look at the definition, it's when you're making investment of money, relying upon the efforts of others and expectation of profit, it becomes an investment contract, a security. Okay. The fundamental difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum is Ethereum's monetary policy changes every 6 months. Every few months it changes. There's a difficulty bomb in Ethereum that's been getting pushed back since 2016. They keep pushing it back. When it goes off, it will wipe out, obliterate a $50 billion Ethereum mining industry. Just wipe it out, completely change the protocol, flip everything to proof of stake. They keep putting it off. Okay, that sounds like a group of people exercising influence over the protocol. The thing you need to know about Bitcoin is on Pizza Day, May 22nd, 2010, Bitcoin was trading for a couple of pennies for the first time in 15 months or something like that. The protocol hadn't changed and has not changed. When it was a penny, the protocols were all the same. Today, they're the same exact protocol. There was a war fought over this, the block size war. And the block size war, all of the powerful holders and miners and exchanges wanted to change the protocol and double the block size. It would have changed all the economics of Bitcoin forever, for the next 1,000 years. It would have screwed up the economics of the miners. It would have shifted the balance of power in favor of some holders versus others. That war was lost. The original Bitcoin protocol continued on, and that means it's an unadulterated protocol, and it's shown itself to be resistant to the influence of any group of people. That's what makes it property.
According to Saylor, it is critical and important that Bitcoin is a property unlike Ethereum, which is a security, because Bitcoin being property makes it the ethical foundation of the crypto economy. And by ethical foundation, it's unethical for a public figure to endorse a security. The mayor of a city, the governor of a state, a politician, a congressman, a senator, a president of a nation can't endorse a security, nor can they place a security on the balance sheet of public or a public organization. According to Saylor, the problem with securities is that they are in a regulatory gray zone. In order for you to invest in securities, you have to be willing to accept the securities risk, the legal risk, the competitive risk, and the literal cybersecurity risk.
If you look at all the cryptos, there might be a dozen that you could debate are property, a debate. Of the ones that you could debate are property, there's one that's dominant, which is Bitcoin. There's 17,000 securities. As the SEC and the regulators move, there's going to be a massive shakeout. If they ever do clarify what the securities laws are, there's a whole set of disclosures and obligations, and then you're going to see the entire industry rationalize in a big way.
What happens if they do categorize Bitcoin as a security?
Well, Bitcoin's not a security, right? We've already crossed that chasm. The real question you should be asking yourself is, what happens if they categorize Ethereum and every other crypto as a security?
But you're underestimating the power of politicians to screw things up. You're underestimating the power of them not liking a person like you to get up and say whatever you want to say, and you offend them. You offend politicians. People who are. Yeah, I just read an article right now from Politico. Can you pull up the Politico article? It's just the way they write it.
But the real point here is there's 17,000 cryptos, and all the rest are much more centralized. So
yeah, but they know the most powerful one is the one that you're supporting.
And the reason it's powerful is because it's completely decentralized, and no one nation state can shut it down. Not even all of them can shut it down, even if they wanted to.
A Bitcoin maximalist and the biggest Bitcoin bull ever, Michael Saylor has stayed away from Ethereum despite all the recent growth around decentralized finance, DeFi, or non-fungible tokens, NFT, which are mainly built on Ethereum. What do you think of Saylor classification of Bitcoin and Ethereum? At Savvy Finance, we hold both crypto assets, though Bitcoin remains our biggest holdings by far. Nevertheless, we believe Ethereum has great prospect and is changing the world as much as Bitcoin. They are both great assets to have, but it should be recognized that they are both different and plays different roles and uses. If you have watched to this part, we want to really appreciate you so much for sticking around and supporting us by watching our videos. Please don't forget to smash the like button and consider subscribing if you are yet to do so. Till our next video, please stay savvy.